One of the most well-known figures in the brand is Aesha Scott, who has been active since her last charter season. She most recently featured on Below Deck Mediterranean, but she has also worked on Below Deck Down Under's superyachts. Viewers of Below Deck have long adored Aesha because of her straightforward demeanor and peculiar sense of humor. Aesha began her career on Below Deck Mediterranean, but in later years, she switched to Below Deck Down Under to gain experience with Captain Jason Chambers as his fascinating chief stew when the new show debuted. After appearing on Below Deck Down Under, where she returned for a second season shortly after the first, Aesha gained further recognition in the Below Deck brand. Her working relationship with Captain Jason was impressive. She was able to resolve conflicts with him in a timely and effective manner, and their connection was on par with some of the greatest in the franchise. She chose to return to Below Deck Mediterranean with Captain Sandy Yawn after departing Below Deck Down Under, where she became the chief stew for the most current season and won over spectators. Even though Aesha and Captain Jason performed admirably together for the first 2 seasons of Below Deck Down Under, she decided to make a huge move when the show wasn't instantly extended for a 3rd season. Aesha returned to Below Deck Mediterranean and made the decision to be available for the show she had begun. Although working under Captain Jason had been a terrific beginning, it appeared that Aesha's chief stew talents would be enhanced by working with Captain Sandy once more. She thought she could accomplish more on Med, even if she was thrilled about Below Deck Down Under continuing. Aesha had the opportunity to serve as a high-level manager on a crew with limited personnel while working on Below Deck Mediterranean. Despite her best efforts to ensure that she was effectively managing her workers, she found it difficult to deal with the reality that, due to a shortage of crew cabins, she was accompanied by 2 stews instead of the customary 3 on a ship the size of Mustique. Aesha's abilities were repeatedly put to the test as she progressed through Below Deck Mediterranean Season 9, as her stews, Bry Muller and Elena Dubach, had a tense relationship during the charter season, creating drama. Aesha has presented her boyfriend, Scotty Dobson, to the globe during her tenure in the Below Deck franchise. Even though Scott isn't a yachty per se, he has been a huge part of Aesha's life throughout the years and has helped her through difficult moments on Below Deck. Aesha has found many ways to integrate her life at sea with Scott, who obviously understands the lifestyle she has been leading for years, even though their relationship must occasionally be long-distance due to the nature of her work in the sector. Although it's obvious that they're working on more projects together, Scott has always shown respect for Aesha's work, and the two have been transparent about their potential future plans. Aesha has disclosed that she and her now fiancé have undertaken new business endeavors, gone through remodeling projects together, and put themselves in awkward situations in order to prioritize their future, as they have exposed more details about their life online. The couple has been putting roots in their future after a brief courtship, even hinting at the possibility of having children in the near future. In a forthcoming season of The Amazing Race Australia, Aesha and Scott will compete together, fulfilling a lifelong desire. It's evident that the couple is thrilled to be embarking on a journey together that blends Aesha's talent for reality TV with their mutual love of travel, even though they haven't talked much about it. Scott and Aesha had only met once before reconnecting on Instagram, and their love story began with a 2-week road journey across the United States. That may have turned off some couples, but it was what drew Scott and Aesha together. Due to Aesha's hectic career, the couple probably travels less now than they did in the past, but their time together on The Amazing Race Australia will be thrilling. I've wanted to run the race for years, and I hope it will be even better with Scott by my side, Aesha remarked. Aesha might be aiming to use her attractiveness to break into the Australian reality TV market, which would enable her to record shows in her local area and stay closer to home, leaving Below Deck behind. There is no certainty that Aesha will feature in any upcoming Below Deck Mediterranean seasons or spin-offs, but it has been suggested that she will return for Season 10. Season 10 of Below Deck Med was taped in 2024 and may air later in 2025, despite Aesha's possible move on. This might work for Aesha if she is truly returning to the upcoming season of Below Deck, as the show usually films seasons far in advance of their premiere. Even though fans are expecting for further seasons, her next appearance on the show might be her last. Although it's unclear if Aesha will return at all after the upcoming season of Below Deck Mediterranean, she looks to be returning. Aesha might make a comeback to Below Deck Mediterranean, although it seems more likely that she would return to Below Deck Down Under, or perhaps even a brand new Below Deck series. There may be a new location for Aesha to check out if she's interested in as the franchise grows. Aesha is too much of a fan favorite to let go of, even though nothing is proven.